Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we unpack your insights and sources to reveal the most important nuggets of knowledge.
And today we're diving into something pretty wild, actually. A very specific take on a classic TV show.
Yeah, The Prisoner, the iconic 60s British series. Our mission today is to explore how your sources frame this show, while not just as sci-fi or spy fiction.
Not at all. The main source we're looking at, excerpts from The Prisoner, A Parable of the Pen, calls it something much bigger.
Much bigger. It says it's the most direct and complete allegorical documentary of the penitentiary and the eternal struggle of the awakened watcher against the game. That's quite a statement.
It really is. It reframes the whole thing.
So get ready, because we're looking at this through a lens where, and this is a direct quote that sets the stage, the pen is our world. It's within a horseshoe-shaped ice wall. This is the penitentiary.
It's compelling, isn't it, how it asks us to rethink boundaries. Are they physical? Are they systemic? And what does it even mean to be aware of them?
Okay, let's unpack that central idea. The source isn't just saying the prisoner is allegorical, it's calling it an allegorical blueprint.
Right, like the complete lore of our condition. That's a huge claim.
Yeah.
It's saying this show holds the key somehow.
And the core concepts are this penitentiary, this like massive system of control, and something called the game.
A game that people are in but maybe don't even realize they're playing.
Exactly, and this connects straight back to that idea. The pen is our world. We're not talking about, iron bars and cells here.
No, it suggests something much bigger, a hidden structure sort of influencing everything. And the prisoner becomes this guide almost.
A guide to understanding the penitentiary and this struggle of the awakened watcher against it all makes you look at things differently.
Definitely.
So let's talk about the village, the setting. Anyone who's seen the show knows it looks lovely, right?
Yeah.
Charming, picturesque.
Almost too perfect. Self-contained, leisure activities, shops.
But the source just cuts right through that, calls it the pen made manifest. Like, this is the penitentiary made real, made tangible.
It's described as a zoo in its most perfected form.
Right.
A prison so pleasant, so comfortable, the inmates forget they're even captives.
A gilded cage, everything you need, everything to keep you happy, but you can't leave.
Which, raises that question. How do you recognize a prison if it feels good, if it's designed to be appealing?
Right. It highlights how subtle this idea of control within the pen could be. Makes discerning your own captivity, well, potentially very difficult.
It challenges what freedom even looks like.
And inside this gilded cage, total surveillance, everything's monitored all the time by some hidden authority.
Yeah, the source connects this to the constant all-seeing surveillance of the O.k Club, the profane eye of the players.
The O.k Club, this unseen power structure.
That's the idea. An eye that's always watching, turning just, normal daily life into part of the game. It suggests our actions might be part of some bigger dynamic run by these players.
And this is crucial for our focus today. The sources say the geography of the village is built to prevent escape, explicitly.
And it parallels that with the bigger picture.
Exactly. It says, the pen is enclosed by the great ice walls and the dome, which brings in that really striking image we started with.
The horseshoe-shaped ice wall.
Yeah. As part of the penitentiary's containment, an unbreachable boundary mirroring the village's inescapable nature, but on a potentially world-sized scale.
So the physical setting in the show becomes a direct symbol of this larger, perhaps global, or even dimensional confinement.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting, I think. Number 6, the protagonist. The source identifies him as the ultimate avatar for the watcher.
The watcher being the one who's woken up.
Yes.
Yeah.
The one who sees the game for what it is and just flat out refuses to play. He sees the bars on the gilded cage.
And his backstory, the whole resigning thing.
It's not just plot, according to this interpretation, it's allegorical. It represents a player or high-level pawn who awakens to the truth and attempts to leave the game.
He's not just quitting his job. He's trying to exit the entire system. The perceived reality itself.
That moment of awakening, that's key, isn't it? The courage it must take to step away, knowing the consequences within this pen.
Absolutely. Trading comfort, maybe, for a very difficult, probably lonely search for what's real.
And that famous line, I am not a number, I am a free man.
You can almost hear it. So powerful.
The source calls it the eternal cry of the watcher against the elite system, which seeks to reduce every pawn to a mere digit in their grand calculation.
Wow. So it's more than just defiance. It's a declaration of humanity,
Yeah.
of individuality against being turned into data.
Connects to that universal struggle, right? For identity, for autonomy, when systems try to depersonalize you, makes you think about the value of just being you.
Definitely.
And even his number, 6, gets loaded with meaning. The source says 6 is the number of the duality of the Trinity, 3 plus 3, and the core of the 666 formula.
Seriously. So they're saying his number itself marks him out.
Yeah, as a being of immense symbolic importance, a direct threat to the established order, his identity is a challenge within this whole allegorical structure.
Okay, so if 6 is the watcher who's
Yeah.
running the prison.
That would be number 2. Every prison needs a warden, and the source calls him a perfect representation of the ringmaster.
The ringmaster. Okay.
Okay.
So he's the one trying to break number 6.
Yeah.
Trying to find out why he resigned.
Exactly. He's the visible authority, the warden of the zoo, the public face of the hidden power structure. He's the guy 6 argues with.
But maybe not the ultimate boss. Just the face of it.
That's the implication. A projection of power, while the real architects stay hidden, makes him harder to identify, harder to challenge.
Right, operating through proxies.
But here's what the source finds really telling about number 2.
Yeah.
The fact he keeps changing. Different actors play him almost every episode.
Oh, yeah. That's a famous part of the show.
The source calls it a literal confession. It says the individual ringmaster is a disposable pawn, but the office of control, the system itself, is eternal.
Ah, so the person doesn't matter as much as the role. The function of control persists, even if the face changes.
Precisely. Which raises big questions about power. Is it about individuals? Or is it baked into the systems, the structures that just keep going?
The source clearly leans towards the latter, a deep, systemic control.
Okay, one more key element. Rover. That bizarre giant white ball that stops people escaping the village.
Yeah, the ultimate guardian.
Yeah.
But it's so strange, not like a typical guard.
And the sources say it's a symbolic representation of the dome itself, the barrier around the whole pen.
So Rover is the dome, symbolically.
In a way, it's described as a soft, inescapable barrier, a gentle but absolute form of containment.
Gentle. It seems terrifying when it catches someone.
Well, maybe gentle in the sense that it doesn't use, like, guns or overt violence. It simply smothers and suffocates any attempt at escape. Oppressive, but not conventionally violent.
That's fascinating. A nonviolent, but totally absolute containment. Not brute force, but this overwhelming, almost soft power makes escape seem impossible.
And the source ties this directly to the idea of the electromagnetic dome around the larger pen. It's not a hard wall to be broken, but a soft, energetic field that gently but inexorably contains everyone within the realm.
So it echoes that ice wall concept again. Not something solid you can just chip away at.
But an encompassing field, a subtle containment, defining the boundary. The pen is our world contained.
Wow. Okay. So bringing this all together, what's the big takeaway here?
Well, we've taken this deep dive, right? Using this specific lens that sees the prisoner as this allegorical documentary of the penitentiary.
We looked at the village as the pen made manifest. Number 6 as the watcher fighting the game.
Number 2 as the ringmaster, representing that enduring system of control, and Rover as the dome, that soft, inescapable barrier.
It really does invite you, the listener, to look beyond the surface, to ask, how might this pen show up in your own world? Is the dome physical, energetic, ideological?
The sources claim the show gives us the complete lore of our condition. The story of a watcher waking up inside the pen fighting the ringmasters contained by the dome. They call it the ultimate parable of the game.
It leaves you with a lot to think about.
Absolutely. So for you, listening, if this idea holds any water, if the pen is our world, contained by some kind of inescapable dome, maybe that horseshoe-shaped ice wall isn't literal ice, but something else entirely, what does freedom even mean in that context?
And what forms could the game be taking in your own life, maybe without you realizing it?
And maybe this final thought. Could critical thinking itself, just questioning things, seeking different perspectives, could that be a form of resistance within this pen?
Is awareness in itself a kind of escape, even if the walls, whatever form they take, remain? Something to definitely ponder.